Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Honorable Mrs. Cecilia Bolaji Dada. Can we just put our hands together for her? Thank you, Mayor. You may have your seat. On behalf of the Women Development Center, Agege, I would like to welcome you, ma'am, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Honorable Mrs. Cecilia Bolaji Dada. You are welcome, ma'am. My peers, Mrs. Kalesanwo, Oluyemi Kalesanwo, you are welcome, ma'am. And the Director of UDC, Mrs. Deola Adepoju, you're welcome, ma'am. And I have with me also the Director, Women and HR of WDC, Mrs. Salami. Top men functionaries here, I welcome you. Entrepreneurs, you're welcome. Gentlemen of the press, I welcome you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. Please join me as we put our hands together in welcoming our mama with a standing ovation, the Honorable Commissioner, Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Honorable Mrs. Cecilia Bolaji Dada. Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Mrs. Oluyemi Kalesanwo, Director, Women Development Center, Mrs. Deola Adepoju, the Director, Admin and HR, Women Development Center, Mrs. Salami, our wonderful facilitators, Mrs. Oluyemi. Be sure that I'm going to call you, so don't worry. You saw that I was taking notes, like a real student. Because whether we all like it or not, at one point or the other, we leave the service and we go back to our own businesses.
That's true.
So when we get opportunities to be taught of over 51 businesses that we can do, I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Can we put hands together for the Mr. Larry Horses. Oh, yeah, that's the Thank you very much. Mrs. Clara Colade. Thank you very much. Our wonderful participants. Congratulations. And congratulations because this is indeed an opportunity for you. Let me begin by stating here that I'm indeed very pleased to be part of this propitious gathering. For me, it is always a great honor to be in a gathering like this, which is family motivated by the need to impact lives. Over the years, one of my guiding principles and essential philosophy has been to be part of every laudable move that is geared towards the engineering positive and impactful change in the society. I'm strongly convinced that it is having more of such programs like this that our beloved nation could achieve all-round sustainable greatness. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am particularly delighted that the main focus of this workshop is the empowering of our women folks. Well, as you all might be aware, that is actually the mandate of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, which I superintend. Therefore, you can understand my excitement at being in the midst of you all today. Let me stress that the current administration of Mr. Babajide in Lagos State places high premium on the empowerment of all categories of negotiators, especially women. The concentration on women empowerment stems from the conviction of the administration that womanhood comes with a lot of responsibility. From being a wife, she assumes the responsibility of a homekeeper, a mother to her children, a first-time tutor to the children as well, a as a stakeholder in the economic management of the home and the larger spectrum of the society. It is often believed that an empowered woman is an asset to the nation, hence the need to equip them to maximize their potential as women. A gender often seen as weaker vessel where a lot of influence in the nation building. Give a woman a seed, you will sooner than later be expecting a plantation. There is no argument that climes where young people and women are at the center of economic planning have emerged prosperous, progressive, and remain the model for development. In Lagos State, the government strategy is to optimize and sustainably grow our local economy, projected to be the fifth largest in Africa, by creating access to funds for our women entrepreneurs. In order to sustain and surpass our achievements in women empowerment, we have organized various short-term vocational skills acquisition training programs to tackle unemployment among women and young female, widows, indigent and vulnerable women, women living with health challenges and disabilities, civil servants exiting from active service, women drawn from faith-based organizations, and other categories of women in the States. This was done with the assurance that the skills acquired will create income-generating ventures for beneficiaries. The trainings covered such areas as hair, braiding and weaving, tie and dye, event decoration, cakes and snacks production, soap and pomade making, soap whip and insecticide production, Ankara crafts, stoning and embellishment, making up and tying, as well as astropillow production. In addition to this, we also organized the Water Connect Conference, which was a women-focused conference aimed at promoting the violence-free society by encouraging self-entrepreneurship through women empowerment and boosting financial independence. The theme of the 2019 conference was Women's Empowerment and its link to sustainable development. Over 700 women drawn from all walks of life were in attendance. It was indeed a veritable platform for engagement for women in politics as well as the public and private sector of the economy to share experiences and exchange ideas. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, the Sanwo-Olu administration has been clearly focused on improving the lot of women in the States. Indeed, our gathering here today is a further testimony to this, as scores of our women folks are also due to undergo another of trainings that is meant to endow them. I congratulate all the participants in this training and urge you all never to take the opportunity for granted, as it could be a life-changing experience for you. Commendation must be extended to the management of the Women Development Center and indeed all those directly responsible for putting this program together. Kudos to you all. As I begin to close, let me remind everyone that the war against COVID-19 is still waging. Therefore, I admonish everyone to comply with all precautionary measures put in place by both the federal and the state government to contain the spread of the pandemic. We must all take personal responsibility for our safety and that of our families. I wish you all the most eventful workshop, and thank you very much for listening.
so much, ma'am. The Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Honorable Mrs. Cecilia Bolaji Dada. Thank you, ma'am.
Speak for my commission now. You should all stand up.
No.
Mama, oh, mama.
When I got there this morning, I was told that the workshop is for 2 days, and tomorrow is for politicians. So I said, you have invited me for tomorrow. Not today. He said, why? I said, tomorrow will be my people. And he can speak for me. She knows the song and I love to hear. So she decided to sing it herself. Thank you very much.
Permanent Secretary, facilitators here present, distinguished participants, gentlemen of the press. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this workshop that is aimed at improving the loss of women in Lagos State public sector, especially those preparing for their exit. One of the pains of the society, of the world today, is unemployment. You will agree with me. We live in a world where jobs are being lost on a daily basis. Even in the most advanced nations of Europe and America, especially in this pandemic era. In Nigeria, the situation is more alarming, as over 54 million of its estimated 140 million are unemployed, and majority of these youths are youth and women. Consequently, the most effective and pragmatic approach to the situation is skill acquisition through strategic training programs, which will empower the women and youth, especially to be economically independent and self-reliant. Of course, this is a trend in nations of Southeast Asia, where besides Western education, the youth are given various trainings in areas of proven competence. The result is, of course, there are industrial giants. They have become industrial giants and developed economies on their own right. Any society that fails to invest in its women and youth does so at its own peril. It is to avert such an unpleasant situation that informed the massive investment of the Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration in various empowerment schemes, which is aimed at enabling the women and youth to acquire skills as well as relevant technical training that will make them employers of labor. Distinguished participants, the objective of this initiative is to reduce the level of dependency among the state's women force when they exit service in order to prepare themselves early enough for retirement. I am to inform you too that the policy thrust of this current administration is to ensure poverty eradication and sustainable economic growth through empowerment. In spite of its small size, the population of the state continues to rise due to the unrivaled investment and job opportunities that we have in the state. This has imposed enormous challenges on the government, as well as putting pressure on its resources and existing infrastructure. The situation is further worsened by global economy, which creates a legion of unemployed Nigerians. The scenario portends a great challenge for this administration, but it has resolved to tackle the problem with concerted efforts. This gathering is one of the efforts used to combat the situation. From now till tomorrow, Friday 7th August, 2 key programs are bound to greatly impact on women in the state. The first, which comes up today, centers on business capacity building for women in the public sector. The main focus of this exercise is to draw attention of retiring public servants to various profitable ventures, use of technology to drive business and sales marketing, among others. The Day 2 training exercise dwells on networking in business, economic growth, and sustainability. It focuses on several cogent topics such as diligence, discipline, determination, devotion, and business in post-COVID era. Personal effectiveness and productivity, to mention but a few. Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that the participants are in for a memorable time, as we have lined up competent and highly resourceful facilitators to take charge of the training process. Our facilitators, no doubt, rank among the best. It is thus my great pleasure to welcome everyone to this seminar. You are all welcome again to the Women Development Center, where women empowerment and development is a lifestyle. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Director WDC, Mrs. Deola Adepoju. Can you just give her another round of applause? I would like also to call on the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Mrs. Oluyemi Kalesanwo, to please give us our opening remarks. PS ma'am.
The Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation in Lagos State, Honorable Mrs. Bolaji Dada, we welcome you, ma'am. Very energetic, always in support of all women-related issues. Well done, ma'am. The Director, Women Development Center, Ms. Deola Adepoju, and Mrs. Salami, the Director Admin and HR, the facilitators, my dear participants, especially I know we have some other directors from the public service, members of the press. I'm indeed greatly delighted to be present at this unique training program organized by the Women Development Center. My excitement comes from the fact that the major intent of the training is to create another group of women entrepreneurs at the Center of Excellence. I congratulate the organizers of the empowerment program as well as the participants for being part of this remarkable moment. Distinguished participants, the place of continuous empowerment cannot be emphasized at this particular point in time, especially in the history of our dear country and the world at large. It is hard to imagine an organization, home, community, and indeed society where incessant empowerment is non-existent. Being a growing African mega city with amazing capacity for population explosion, Lagos cannot afford to lag behind in terms of creating opportunities for the residents to be creators of wealth. Every other part of the country look up to Lagos. In Lagos State, the propensity to eradicate poverty and reduce hunger has been a core principle of governance, which has been encapsulated in the team's agenda of the present administration of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Taking a deep reflection into the government's endeavor towards securing progress against poverty and hunger across the state, the city has become an irresistible block for local and international investments. While the speaker, Mrs. Ariori, was one of the risks that she discussed briefly was that we should learn to step out of our comfort zone. And there's nothing ventured, nothing gained. There's a risk attached to everything. The fact that we are here, there's a risk attached to it. I was reading something yesterday. Sometimes they send all sorts of things to your phone with this media thing, and then I read one that made an impact on me, and I'd like to share with you. It says, have you heard of the Koluteka Bridge? I haven't, until yesterday. It says the 484 meters long bridge over the Koluteka River in Honduras, in Central America. That bridge was built in 1996 and thrown open for use in 1998. Honduras is a region notorious for storms and hurricanes. So when they wanted to build this bridge, they went to invite the Japanese so that it will be built to last forever. Nothing can destroy that bridge. It was the pride and joy of Honduras. But October of that same year, 1998, when they opened the bridge, there was a 4-day rain. For those 4 days, it was as if the measurement of rain that was supposed to be for like 6 months rained in 4 days. Everywhere was destroyed except this bridge. The roads leading to the bridge, back and forth, destroyed. So about 7,000 people dead. This destruction also changed the course of that river that the bridge was supposed to be Koluteka. I'm not familiar with it, so I will continue to check. It's the Koluteka River.
Koluteka River.
Yes.
Koluteka.
Yes. So the destruction changed the course of the river. So the river started flowing beside the bridge. So this bridge, up to today, is built to last forever. But there's no water passing under it anymore. There's no road leading to it anymore. It's useless. Even though it's built to last. What is the purpose of that? It has lost its significance. So, rather than building things to last, we are not saying it should not last, but we should build to adapt. So, what I would have learned today from Mrs. Ariori, and I'm sure from the other facilitators as well, is just to let us know that we should not just be one-way ticket. One-way ticket goes to everything. As public servants, we should learn to adapt. If you try this one today and it's not, then you try something else. Don't give up. I will please plead with you. The lesson, as I was saying, is a metaphor for what happens in real life to us. Our careers, our businesses, and our lives. As the world gets transformed, especially with COVID, this is something that we have never experienced. Whenever I tell my mom that, oh God, then she will tell me, even me, your mom, I'm over 90, have never experienced it. So, please, COVID has its own lessons, and we should all learn from it. Make good use of the opportunity that has been presented here today. We thank you, ma'am, for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear Mrs. Oluyemi Kalesanwo. I think she deserves another round of applause. Kale, Gaba,